tried to move up a little too quickly and caught the back of Vickers' car.
And there is Ryan Vickers, also down on the apron. We will find one other car with damage as a result of this crash going into turn 1. And Vickers throwing his arms up.
I guess that'd be a better question for Junior. You know, we had a good car. The GMAC Date.com Chevy team was doing a good job. You know, we had had trouble in qualifying, but we had a great race car and was just trying to work way to the front. It's just you know, it's just shame it's early in the race for stuff like that. But you know, accidents happen. Hey, you know, we've all made mistakes. You know, Dale apologized, and you know, we'll put our stuff back together and go next week.
I got in the corner too hard. I was kind of letting him go on the outside, and you know, just trying to be impatient if I could. And he got off in the corner a lot easier than I expected him to. I just got in the back of him, turned him around, and just took us both out. Really, pretty much simple as that. Just made a mistake, and hated for Brian, hated for Hendrick Motorsports and all those guys. Brian looked like he had a good car. We was a little bit loose, but I felt like I was, you know, going to be all right for as far as the race goes. But just a shame. I mean, you know, try not to pride myself and make too many mistakes.
He's getting a little wider.
There he goes.
Junior.
Oh, no! Hits the 48. It takes out Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson.
Caution is out. The leaders had already taken the white flag.
So is it going to be the 25 or the 9?
There are 19 scoring loops around the track. NASCAR will use scoring loops and videotape to determine the race winner. The checkered flag is out. Checkers and yellow out at Talladega.
Oh man! Oh man!
No, I mean it was just a bad deal. I mean that's racing. You know, I hate it for a point state. That was the biggest deal. We knew we might finish third, but you know, Brian was just a little eager to get his first win or whatever. But you know, my hat's off to Chad and them guys. I mean, Jimmy he's matured a lot in the last year as far as a driver on these restrictor plate races. So it's not his fault. It's just Brian was a little bit anxious. But you know, that's the way it goes. We just got to keep our chin up and dig for this championship. Just glad DI's back on the restrictor plate deal. But my boys in the motor shop just keep digging. We'll get them.
Well, he was just waiting till the last lap. Very smart move on his part, and they had a good run coming at the end of the race here. And as you see right there, they got a good push together, working really good together there. And I knew it was just really not going to be much I could do. He went to the inside here, and I tried to block him a little bit. But once I understood that he was there, I didn't push the issue anymore, and the 25 turned him into me. So, I mean, Brian just, you know, excited there. I hated for 48. I hated for our team. We had a great car, and not really that upset. I mean, you know, it's just the way racing goes here, and sometimes you come out on the good end of those deals. I'm really happy Brian got his first win, and for Rick Hendrick and everybody. But you know, just unfortunate we tore our car. My guys really wanted to win today.
This will be a big hit in the championship standings, real quick, Junior.
Yeah, ain't much I could have done about it. Believe me, I tried to save it.
Yeah. Oh man, that was it's pretty exciting to get our first win at the GMAC Chevy. I said I wanted to get a win for Ricky in this car. I want to dedicate this win to Ricky so bad. Not quite exactly how I planned it. You know, Jimmy had a heck of a run, and I was pushing him. And then when he turned down, I got off of him, and he turned down to pass the 8, and the 8 just kept pushing him down. And when he jerked to avoid the 8, trying to block him, I just got in the back of him. I apologize. That's the last thing I want to do was get into Jimmy and all that take place. But you know, when the 8 chopped him and Jimmy swerved, and I just got him. It's not how I wanted to win it, but it's nice to get a win for this 25 car. It's been a long time.
I was going to say, can you explain the mixed emotions that this must bring for you?
Mixed emotions. You're saying enough. I mean, I'll tell you, there at the last lap, I knew that Jimmy was waiting for the last lap, and I was willing to push him to the front. I didn't expect for us to be able to win. I was looking for us to maybe get a second place, for Jimmy to push Jimmy by the 8, and that'd be it. And but what happened, and you know, it's still nice to get this win. It's not quite how we planned it, but I hate it for Jimmy. I want to apologize to him. Like I said, it just when he swerved to miss the 8. You know, I was there, and it just happened.
Coming off 2 down the back straightaway. Junior gets a good run.
Vickers puts a little block on him. And then you be the judge.
Let's reiterate the rule. You are not allowed to advance your position below the yellow line.
If you are forced below the yellow line, you must come back up and blend in.
Vickers puts the block on him, and then Junior just turns right back into the racetrack, right in the left rear, Brian Vickers.
Saw a similar situation like that yesterday in the nationwide race.
I had the best angle the first time. You know, I really hated for the Red Bull guys. We had a good car all day. You know, we're all racing for the lucky dog there, and you know, my goal is to keep Junior behind me. And I went to block him. I beat him to the yellow line. You know, and then he just turned us. You know, he hit me the first time on the way down there, which is fine. You know, we all do that. And then when he came back up, he just hooked me in the left rear. And typically NASCAR penalizes. I think the 38 was penalized 5 laps yesterday for doing the same thing. You know, I guess they're not going to penalize him for it, but it's kind of sad. I mean, you know, to wreck somebody intentionally like that in front of the entire field is really kind of dangerous. I mean, that's my biggest problem with it. But apparently he wanted a caution pretty bad.
I got a run on him, and he saw me coming. I had a big old run on him, and I went to the inside. I didn't try to make no late move and try to, you know, make some surprise or anything. I just kind of eased on over, and he went to block me and hit me in the fender and sent us both off to sent me down toward the grass, and trying to recover my car, I got back into him coming back up the racetrack. But I don't hate it, you know, for him, but everybody else got wrecked.